All right, we're there. Feedback loop. So how's everyone doing? Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm talking to the people watching. That's Norma asking me a question. So we're doing free readings today. I might play a video. But it won't take away from our free reading time, but I might play a video if I can find it. Just a kind of a way to just your mindset, how you deal with this world, right? Let me see here. And how you find happiness within it. You can always find happiness within it. Let me see here. Anyway, while I'm finding it, we'll just talk amongst ourselves. Hello, Johanna. How are you doing? Johanna sponsored these last three, and I appreciate it because I'm able to do it. Give you all some free readings, but Johanna sponsored that. So big thanks to Johanna. I don't know if it's Johanna or Johanna, but this was a great experience, and I appreciate it. So thank you, beautiful girl on YouTube. Thank you for helping out and helping the community. That's what it's all about. So we are doing free readings. These are totally free. If you want a reading to your highest good, to you, ask me some questions that some things you want to know that maybe I want to know that I haven't got into yet, but I haven't thought of yet. So yeah, everything's free, even for the moderators. If y'all want a reading, you can have a reading too. Let's see here. I could even give one to Johanna if she wants it. Oh yeah. Comments. Well, I wanted to play a video. I'm just having trouble finding it right now. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. We'll do this one. And like I said, we'll still do an hour worth of readings, but we're going to watch something first today. Share the screen. I haven't watched this one before, so but I know who this is. So. This is by Dr. Wayne Dyer, who's a very positive influence on the world. And we're going to enlarge. And let me know if everything's coming through okay, because I have had problems trying to play videos on here. So if that's the case, we'll just, for everybody else, share this out. Yeah, I'm kind of a share whore, share beggar. Let's see. Play it.
Drug addicts and alcoholics. And I was one of the people that was a sponsor and leading this group. And the sign on the wall said, "There are no justified resentments in this group." And what I said to that group that night was, no matter what anybody says to you here, no matter what kind of anger comes directed towards you, no matter how much hate you may encounter showing up in your life, there are no justified resentments. Meaning that if you carry around resentment inside of you about anything or about anyone, and I'm talking about the person that you lent money to and hasn't paid you back, I'm talking about the person in your life that you feel was abusive, I'm talking about the person who walked out on you and left you for somebody else, I'm talking about all of the things that you have justified in your heart and in your life that you have the right to be resentful about. And I'm suggesting to you that those resentments will always end up harming you and creating in you a sense of despair. I've often said that no one ever dies from a snake bite. The snake bite will never kill you. You cannot be unbitten. Once you're bitten, you're bitten. But it's the venom that continues to pour through your system after the bite that will end up destroying you. So now you have to take a look at all of the resentments that you may have in your life. And I'd like to suggest to you that I think there is a wonderful metaphor for this that I have created in my life for how to make this work. There's a show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And basically this show has two levels that you have to get to. Now the first level is the $1,000 level. And at the $1,000 level, you basically have to answer a question like, on your hand, you have some digits. Those digits on your hand are called your feet, your nose, your ears, your fingers. And everybody who ever goes on the show has this horrible dread that they're going to go out on one of those questions, right? So basically, in order to get to the $1,000 level, all you have to do is answer 5 pretty simple questions in order to get to the $1,000 level. Now, the $1,000 level for you in this metaphor means that you will leave with something if you get this. At least get this. This is the $1,000 level. You must send blame out of your life for any conditions of your life. Blame has to go. All right? Now, blame means if you're sitting there with a disease, you say without guilt, it's mine, I take responsibility for it. This means that if you have been through any tough circumstances in your life, this means if you have a minimal amount of financial security in your life, this means if your children don't get along with you, this means that if your neighbors are taking up a petition to get you out of the neighborhood, whatever it might be that's going on in your life, you name it, and everybody has a series of these things that you're willing to say, I am here because of that I have made right now. I'm willing to say that. Even though it's difficult, and we know it's really not your fault. We know really there's a lot of people out there who are really bad, all right? But you're willing to say no blame. That's the first level, all right? That's where you understand no justified resentment. And then on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show, there is what is called the $32,000 level. And the $32,000 level is not only an opportunity for you to walk away with a sizable amount of goodies, but it also is the door opener to multi-wealth. But you got to get to this in order to have an opportunity to move into these transcendent levels, all right? Millionaire spiritual status, all right? You got to get through these next 5 questions. And this $32,000 question, or level rather, comes to this. It came to me from a quotation that I used in the writing of A Spiritual Solution to Every Problem. I read a book that was written a couple of thousand years ago by Patanjali, the Yoga Sutras, the aphorisms of Patanjali. And one of those sutras, one of those aphorisms, observations that this brilliant man made almost 2,000 years ago was this. He said, if you become steadfast in your abstentions of thoughts of harm directed towards others, all living creatures will cease to feel enmity in your presence. Now this translates to blame, pretty basic, no more blame. I'm just not going to assign responsibility to other people for where I am, because now I have an opportunity to get rid of it. If I think someone else caused it, then I've got to wait for somebody else to change in order for me to get rid of it, and you might wait forever for that. But if I take responsibility for it, I can do something, including move on, which might be the most important thing to do. All right? But at the higher level, when there are no justified resentments, what you are doing is you are at a place where you are sending love in response to hate. You are literally saying, no matter what comes my way, I am going to be steadfast in my abstention of thoughts of harm directed toward others. I'm going to work hard at, no matter what comes my way, having it come out of me what I want to come out of me, and that is love, and that is a higher energy. And if you can get to that level, Patanjali said, all living creatures will cease to feel enmity in your presence. I have a little girl, a precious little girl. I have 6 precious girls and 2 precious sons, but I have a little girl who is almost 12. And she loves animals like no one I've ever met in my life. I mean, her whole life revolves around animals. And when we walk in the woods, butterflies avoid me, fly away from people around, and they come and they land right on her arm, and it happens all the time. All living creatures, she couldn't have a thought of harm directed towards any living creature. And Patanjali said to us, all living creatures will cease to feel fear or enmity or anger in the presence of those who can send love in response to hate. That's what I mean when I say there are no justified resentments. What I'd like to do, I'd like to share a little story here with you. It's a very tender story. It was sent to me by someone who sends me beautiful things in the mail. And I call it the Teddy story. And I'd like to read this to you, if I can do it without tearing up. And this story illustrates this as well as anything I've ever seen. There's a story many years ago of an elementary school teacher. Her name was Mrs. Thompson. As she stood in front of her 5th grade class on the very first day of school, she told the children a lie. Like most teachers, she looked at her students and said that she loved them all the same. But that was impossible, because there in the front row, slumped in his seat, was a little boy named Teddy Stoddard. Mrs. Thompson had watched Teddy the year before and noticed that he didn't play well with the other children, that his clothes were messy, and that he constantly needed a bath. Teddy could be unpleasant. It got to the point where Mrs. Thompson would actually take delight in marking his papers with a broad red pen and making bold X's and then putting a big F at the top of his papers. At the school where Mrs. Thompson taught, she was required to review each child's past records, and she put Teddy's off until last. However, when she reviewed his file, she was in for a surprise. Teddy's 1st grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is a bright child with a ready laugh. He does his work neatly and he has good manners. He's a joy to be around." His 2nd grade teacher wrote, "Teddy's an excellent student, well liked by his classmates, but he's troubled because his mother has a terminal illness and life at home must be a struggle." His 3rd grade teacher wrote, "His mother's death has been hard on him. He tries to do his best, but his father doesn't show much interest, and his home life will soon affect him if steps aren't taken." Teddy's 4th grade teacher wrote, "Teddy's withdrawn and doesn't show up much interest in school. He doesn't have many friends, and sometimes he even sleeps in class." By now, Mrs. Thompson realized the problem, and she was ashamed of herself. She felt even worse when her students brought her Christmas presents wrapped in beautiful ribbons and bright paper, except for Teddy's. His present was clumsily wrapped in heavy brown paper that he got from the grocery bag. Mrs. Thompson took pains to open it in the middle of the other presents. Some of the children started to laugh when she found a rhinestone bracelet with some of the stones missing and a bottle that was 1/4 full of perfume. But she stifled her children's laughter when she exclaimed how pretty the bracelet was, putting it on and dabbing some of the perfume on her wrist. Teddy Stoddard stayed after school that day just long enough to say, "Mrs. Thompson, today you smell just like my mom used to." After the children left, she cried for at least an hour. On the very day, she quit teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic, and instead, she began to teach children. Mrs. Thompson paid particular attention to Teddy. As she worked with him and his mind seemed to come alive, the more she encouraged him, the faster he responded. By the end of the year, Teddy had become one of the smartest children in the class, and despite her lie, became one of her teacher's pets. A year later, she found a note under the door from Teddy telling her that she was still the best teacher he ever had in his whole life. 6 years went by before she got another note from Teddy. He then wrote that he had finished high school third in his class, and she was still the best teacher he ever had in his whole life. 4 years after that, she got another letter saying that while things had been tough at times, he stayed in school and stuck with it, and would soon graduate from college with the highest of honors. He assured Mrs. Thompson that she was still the very best and favorite teacher he ever had in his whole life. Then 4 more years passed, and yet another letter came. This time he explained that after he got his bachelor's degree, he decided to go a little further. The letter explained that she was still the best and favorite teacher he ever had, but now his name was a little longer. The letter was signed Theodore F. Stoddard, M.D. But the story doesn't end there. You see, there was yet another letter that spring. Teddy said he'd met this girl and was going to be married. He explained that his father had died a couple of years ago, and he was wondering if Mrs. Thompson might agree to sit in the place at the wedding that was usually reserved for the mother of the groom. Of course, Mrs. Thompson did, and guess what? She wore that bracelet, the one with the several rhinestones missing. And she made sure she was wearing the perfume that Teddy remembered his mother wearing on their last Christmas together. They hugged each other, and Dr. Stoddard whispered in Mrs. Thompson's ear, "Thank you so much for making me feel important and showing me that I could make a difference." Mrs. Thompson came with tears in her eyes and whispered back, "Teddy, you have it all wrong. You were the one who taught me that I could make a difference. I didn't know how to teach until I met you." Isn't that a beautiful story? That symbolizes there are no justified resentments. Work at reaching that $32,000 level, the place where the only thing you have to send is love, because that's what's inside. And that's the message of our greatest spiritual teachers. That's all they ever had to give away.
And I'm muted. Oh, it's all the way down. Didn't mute the speaker though. But yeah, I mean, I hope you all like that. And yeah, Tina's first as far as readings. But I mean, really, that rang true in so many different levels and so many different people that are in here watching. You know, I hope you took something from that, because it really is important to just, once we let go and say we don't blame on anybody else, even if there are people to blame, we get rid of that. We get rid of that, those weights that tie us down. We get rid of that things that hold us back, right? And that's when you get to that first stage, like you said, in that $1 million game of just blaming yourself. Not in a way, but not blaming others, not in a way of shaming yourself, but just, hey, I could have done this better this time. No matter what you were, what you were doing or what you went through, you think about. That's why we reflect on things that we've, where we feel like we've made mistakes before, and when we can really not blame anybody else, we look entirely on ourselves, and it helps us become a better person or a more full person. So yeah, Dr. Wayne Dyer. I used to come home from gigs. We'd come home from Idaho or Colorado, and I'd always get home on like a Sunday morning, or Sunday morning. We'd always leave the morning after the show, and I'd lay down and I'd have the TV on. It was on PBS, and I'd hear him. So like he influenced a lot. As I was in that kind of pooped from the weekend, playing. That takes a lot of energy. I wouldn't take it away though. It's the best energy I've ever felt. Playing music and singing for people, but I'd listen to him. I'd go to sleep and I'd hear his voice talking, and hours, and he'd be doing like these when they fundraised for like public access TV. Excuse me. he'd be doing these fundraisers for PBS, and they'd play his videos and his live speaking. It was great philosopher. But anyway, Tina is first on readings. And again, this is a free reading session. So Tina's going to be first, and then Gayananda, right? Is that how you say your name? So Tina, yeah, this is all about reaching your higher self, like really connecting with her. You got the hearts card first, and this is sending out love, and this is what you've been doing, literally, physically, right? Sending out that love through the gifts you send to people, especially to us. But just sending out that love, whether it's a gift of just a heart sent to you or not, it doesn't matter. Because you've been doing this, it's bringing you closer to that meditative state. That's why you've been having strange things happen. They're not strange. They're just not something most of us experience every day. So it can be jarring when it comes, but you are being kind of brought to that place of that meditative state. And that doesn't mean you need to sit in a lotus position like this person. It just means being deep in thought. And then you got the butterflies card, which, yeah, nerves, right? Think about butterflies in the stomach. Also think about transformation, or actually coming back to who you are, or who you're blossoming in, or like that chrysalis blossoming into, or becoming a butterfly. That's really what you're supposed to do here in this life right now. That's one of your main purposes, is really transforming. Correct pronunciation? Good. And then you got lavender. Yeah, another master card. Like, you're the master of your world. Keep weaving those, your life, your future. So, lights in the way, but there we go. All right, Gayananda's next. Where does it get? He said correct pronunciations. I think we did all right. Did you have a question, Sai? If so, leave it in comments. But yeah, I mean, that video was it's really good. It's like waking up and not letting the chaos around you or blaming it on one person or another. Take responsibility for it. It feels much better that way when you take responsibility for every, disharmony in your life. That's on you. You're choosing to be unharmonic, or whatever you'd say. Um, and that's okay. So whatever coming your way. Yeah, I see it now. Thank you, Kathy. But just do that, like practice it. When you start to feel like you're blaming somebody else or something else on what's going on right now, think about it deeper. At some point, there's a fault, and like you said, there are big bad people that are deserving of it, but that's not what you should do. Is focus on anybody else's. That's them. You blame any kind of disharmony within yourself on you, and then you can actually heal it. All right, Sai. Whoops. Getting to a state of calm is what I'm seeing over the next 3 months. I don't know if you're working on it, but it feels like you're consciously working on it. At a time, you didn't kind of believe in it, right? This is in your past, but you got the clouds card, but it did come out upside down. So I'll show it upside down. I don't usually do inverted cards, but when they do come out upside down, I take them as they come. And the clouds card is about blessings and receiving blessings and being able to be open to receive blessings. And that was upside down. So now I feel like you're getting a lot of numbers, or understanding. Like, are you getting a lot of numbers in succession, like 1111 or 4444? It's kind of a way for the universe to let you know, because math is a good way to explain the universe through mathematics. But no, if you're getting these consecutive numbers coming up over and over again, it's kind of letting you know you're on the right path. So I would say right now, and you got the time oracle card. trying to get rid of that glare, but it's just not working. And that's just about paying attention and knowing you're in time with everything. You're in time with the universe. You're in that flow. I see a lot of meditating and a lot of finding peace and healing over the next few months. You got the meditation card as well. And that's, yeah, I mean, really has a lot to do with finding that calm. So obviously, and I believe anybody who shows up to this and this kind of event that we're doing right now, we are in that space. And there are a lot of people that are very alike. So y'all can take, every one of us can take something from every one of these readings that I'm giving. And then the last card is Damiana, the beloved, finding that balance between male, masculine, and feminine. You have them both within you. Sometimes you need to use the logic of the masculine, and other times you need to use the compassion of the feminine. So it's really finding that balance right now for you. That's, you're a little bit, I would, yeah, you're seeing 111s and 444s. That's kind of the universe letting you know. It's like just like a deja vu would be in most cases. Deja vu is basically letting you know, yeah, you have been here before in your dreams and you've seen it, but this is where your life is taking you. So pay attention to deja vus, pay attention to finding that balance. So probably tapping more into your feminine side, which is the more intuitive side. All right. Yep, free read Saturday. That's right. We got 13 people in here right now. That's awesome. Thank you all for being here. If anybody would like a reading, just all you have to do is ask in comments. They're free. That's why I asked you if you had a question, Si. That beloved card probably has a lot to do with what's going on. So there seems to be balance in masculine and feminine. That plays out in a lot of different ways. So it plays out in a way of your relationship as well. So it looks like it's headed toward a good. It's more like having compassion for each other. Same reading. If you wanted to look at that, yeah, that's why I ask people to ask the question. If you want to see what comes up, that's what's going to come up. If you ask a more detailed question, you'll get more detailed answers. So that's just how it works. Just like asking anybody else, asking your neighbor or your family member a question. If you're direct and you ask it, you'll get a better answer. That being said, some people just want a general reading, like where's my life going, or let's see what's up. Where does my head need to be? So a lot of it is more um, like advice on what you should do. It's not really like nothing's written in stone, but it is. You do feel like your intuition will tell you the right direction if you pay attention to it. And if you would like a longer reading, you want to go more into something like we're doing mini readings. So um, just go to my website, which is right down here at the bottom of my screen right here, www.psychicshaman333.com, and you can schedule a private reading where we can get a lot more in depth. But these are mini readings, and we just kind of give you the general outlook or the general message that's coming through, which means it would probably be the theme of a longer form reading. That would be the theme of what you're really truly asking. Like, when am I going to find a relationship? What do they look like? That's what a private reading brings. Like all the details you're asking. But thank you for asking for a reading, keeping things live. You're very welcome. Why does it keep going back to restream? It's me, damn it. What is your next career path, and what are you missing in your job search? Okay, yeah, we can do that, Angelique. Welcome, Angelique's. I've given her a few private readings, I believe. All right, Cheryl Beams up next. So we're doing career for Angelique Diamond, and then we're going to be doing. And then Cheryl Bean asked if she'd like a mini reading for where she's at right now. Okay, so the first card you got, Angelique, is the communication card. I feel like your communication's good, but I feel like there's supposed to be some response to that communication. It doesn't seem to be happening right now. So it feels more like you're not really doing anything wrong. I feel like there might be some things you're missing. Like the Eagle card is like you looking, yeah, right now you've got that look of I'm kind of scanning from a grand perspective. There are some things that keep coming up as far as career opportunities that could be more profitable and probably just as much or just as enjoyable, if not more enjoyable, that you're passing over. So don't look at a job. It might seem interesting, and then you kind of read like, okay, never mind. Like I feel like you're clicking past um, a lot of opportunities that could be very good opportunities, and I feel like they'll come back. You'll kind of know. But you got the Three Monkeys card, which is yeah, ignoring some things that are right there in your face, like they're right there. They keep coming back up. These opportunities just keep coming back, and you're like shuffling them away. Like no, but my head's dead set on this, so I've got to do this instead of being more flexible and maybe jumping into something that you would feel, you know, you needed to learn over again or learn and adding to your repertoire. And then your last card is, yeah, be that magician like you are. You got the magician card. Be that magician. And the root is the ginseng. So maybe try some ginseng if you want to. I mean, it will help with energy, it will help with clarity. But I feel like you're missing out on an opportunity that's going to keep coming at you until you finally accept it. That's spirit working, that's your higher self working. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. I feel like keep doing what you're doing, but be open to other opportunity, maybe different. All right, Cheryl, you are next. We're up right now. What's up, Christy? Okay, Cheryl, are you ready? Make sure you're still in here. You're very welcome. All right, there's Cheryl. Where is she at right now? Ooh, powerful card coming up right now. It's like you're feeling that presence, that electricity in the air, that tree of life, where your full connection is, where you feel that full power. The tree of life is about feeling the connections between others and yourself and being comfortable in that, happy in that. The tree of life is always letting you know how precious this life is. Um, I got in an accident one time. Somebody died in it. I could have easily died. I was dreaming of the tree of life when it happened. So that message was like, hey, we're here for you. Just value the life you have. And it did remind me of how important life is and how quick it can just go away. So you're in that mindset, which is good. Then you got the abundance card. Because you're in that mindset, you're bringing more blessings to yourself and to others. So the abundance card is very good. You're doing everything right. Now it's just continue to share. Whether that's information, knowledge, wisdom, monetarily, obviously we're getting close to the season's greetings, Christmas. So, but I feel like the hearts is more like I was saying for Tina. I mean, it's sending out that love to others. And right now, you should be paying attention to the rebirth you're going through. Your root is ayahuasca. I don't know if I can say that on here, but I just did. Anyway, this card is about a reawakening or being woken up again. trust what's coming through. Trust that you're in the right place. You're feeling a little nervous and uncomfortable. Yep, you're in the right place. You're out of your own element, and you're being called on to expand on your consciousness and your love and who you are. And thank you, Cheryl. Is there anybody else that would like a reading? Just go ahead and pop off in the comments. Pop off. No, don't pop off. But yeah, send me a message or comment, and I'll. It's open right now. The floor is open. So, and we're going to be going for probably another. We go 15, so probably another 45 minutes. No. Yeah, about 40 minutes. If we go over and I'm doing more readings, no problem. You're very welcome, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. I don't need to go off the camera. I think I'm. Yeah, I've seen people smoke cigarettes while they're doing interviews and shit, or hit their vapes. All right. Whoops. I say value life and I'm smoking cigarettes, but I don't think the cigarettes are going to take my life anyway. So they could. And then you can say, nah, you were wrong. Or I could say, nah, you were wrong. But who cares about that? People be who shit who they are. Yeah, Cheryl, I'd love to talk with you again privately. And thank you. I appreciate your support. Are we staying warm? Yeah, warm as possible. Yeah, we're staying warm. We won't get hypothermia. I'll just let you know that. We'll make sure that we're nice and warm. My feet are kind of cold, but I don't know how. Well, some of you are in California, so it's probably still all right. But it's 41 degrees right now. It was what was it in the 30s when we woke up, or low 30s? It was cold. Like it froze. Yeah, everything was frozen. But yeah, we're staying warm. We've got a heating situation, or a couple of different ones. I'm loving you getting reconnected as well, Cheryl. So while we got a little time, let's play something else. We can shrink that. And if somebody asks for a reading at this point, we'll just 80. Damn, I wish it was 80 here, but it's not. We'll just play. I'll just stop it and play it, or stop it and do the reading. But for now, let's just let's get in some Carl Jung. Gotta share it.
For how I put
This after-school presentation was written and narrated by Eternalized.
Yes, MGB, you can get a reading. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, let's see here. How Khalifa's going to feel for you. He sees you for the first time. You haven't met him yet. He is my secret crush. All right, let's check it out. No, we're gonna use the. I feel there's some, like, I don't know. I feel like there's some miscommunication or something that's not revealed yet with Khalifa. Now you say you've never met him, just online, right? Let's see what the cards say. But I'm picking up that there's some deceit going on, and it's not. Just keep your eye out. Like, I just feel like. Let's go. There is a strong connection. You got the 6 of Cups, which is like a very kindred connection. Um, I don't know, but I feel like you want to play it really safe right here. Like, don't try to speed it up. Don't. You got the Temperance card right now, and that's in present. So it's really about paying attention and not making any rash decisions. See, you got the Tower, and you can change this just by changing up how you're looking. Like, I feel like you do have a kindred connection with this person. However, with Khalifa, I don't know if Khalifa's ready for what you're looking for. And if it was pretty close and where you're going, I can see it working. But I feel like I gotta tell you this, and it's okay. Like, life will still go on, I promise. I just feel like that tower moment is when you see everybody falling out of the tower. It's like what you've kind of created or constructed, whether it was probably constructed in a way with dishonesty, and not on your part. I feel like you've been 100% honest. But let's see what Norma. Yeah, only time will tell is what Norma pulled for you. So that being said, you can change this by changing the way you interact with this person. Even at least if you can reveal or expose certain things about this person, because I feel like there's a lot of lying going on. I don't want to give you a bad reading, about bad news reading, but it just, I don't know. You probably already feel it in a certain way. I'm sure you're sensing it. You've got to look at all the red flags. Now, pay attention to that to help protect yourself. Too many people give their hearts to the wrong people, and then it ends up being what you had an idea of it could be. Like, I feel like he's very charming, and charmers sometimes can be. You got to be careful with them. So that was for MBG or MGB. Sorry. Yeah, just you can change it. Like I said, it's more direction where you're at right now, what's coming up. Feel like you want to ask important questions before meeting him. Now, are you close? Do you guys live close together? Maybe we'll find something completely different. There's one. It's only 5 minutes. Let's listen to this. I've never listened to this one before, but we're going to do it. Maybe a commercial. Nope. Okay, commercial. Again, we have free readings. You just have to ask in the comments if you want a reading, and I'll stop the video and we'll give you a reading. Let's see here. For now, I'm going to watch a little video, but just like I said, leave it in comments if you want a reading. And we will stop the video.
Magnum opus is a Latin term that is defined as someone's greatest life achievement. It is the highest intersection of talent, skill, and hard work when someone reaches their maximum potential at the exact right time in the exact right place. For Michelangelo, it was painting the Sistine Chapel. For Einstein, it was the theory of relativity. For Linkin Park, it was hybrid theory. For J.K. Rowling, it's Harry Potter. For Leo Messi, it's a record-breaking season. Whatever the medium, your magnum opus is your life's greatest work, and it will be your legacy long after you are gone. Sadly, not many people get to achieve their magnum opus or even make an attempt. Most people spend the vast majority of their lives in a career that falls short of inspiration. 2/3 of employees say they are genuinely dissatisfied with their jobs, and 1/5 admit they actively hate their career. Everyone has a massive amount of potential, whether it be an invention, a painting, a song, a journey, a book, an idea, you name it, but very few actually get to flourish and reach for that potential. When you're a young child, you hold the belief that anything is possible. No dream is too big. So what happens between childhood and adulthood that crushes so many dreams? Why do so many settle? Is it the school system? Is it realistic expectations? Financial fear? Practicality? A lack of belief? The reason people don't attempt their magnum opus is because of doubt. Doubt is the ultimate crippler of ambition. In order to believe in yourself, you must have evidence to support this belief. It's like a table. Your belief is the tabletop, and the legs are experiences and evidence that support the belief. Doubt is like a woodpecker that chips away at the legs of the table. When enough doubt creeps into your mind, the table comes crashing down, and you no longer believe in yourself. The key is to reverse this process. Move toward beliefs that empower you, then find role models, experiences, stories, and evidence to support the new empowering belief. Most importantly, do not listen to the doubters. Doubters are cynical people who have never attempted what you are setting out to do. Buddha said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." Achieving your goal starts with the mental belief that it can be done. Attitude is far more important than IQ. It may seem scary and unfamiliar, for the path to your magnum opus is never easy. You will have to be willing to take risks, sacrifice, and to go the extra mile. At the end of this short life, you want to look back and say, "I gave it my all. I took a shot and left it all on the line." This simple exercise can help you focus your energy and home in on your magnum opus journey. Write down things you love to do, things you're good at, and things people will pay you to do. The intersection of these three categories is your sweet spot. Perhaps you can combine things from all three categories. The key to reaching your magnum opus is to find your sweet spot and take action. So, give yourself a year. Give yourself 1 year to pursue your magnum opus. Give yourself 1 year to take that trip, build that farm, climb that mountain, or start that business. Give yourself 1 year to tune out fear and doubt. Be unreasonable. Be impractical. If people don't laugh at your dreams, then your dreams are not big enough. Give yourself 1 year to follow your passion and leave your mark on the world. Find your sweet spot. The worst possible scenario is that you come right back to where you are now. You owe it to yourself to take a chance. Want to reach your magnum opus? Then you should develop your problem solving, critical thinking, and communication skills. A great place to do that is at Brilliant, which makes learning fun and
Muted, unmuted. Oop. Let's see. No, we had a question. Sweet Tea, hello, Sweet Tea. Hi, Aaron. My first time lost my beloved, beautiful mom. Sorry to hear that. Sending love your way. Unexpectedly recently and having a hard time navigating. Closest people not there. Will I be okay? Activate my iota of her strength and thrive. Yeah, I mean, really, right now, it's more about the people closest to you aren't going to be able to deal with it because they're dealing with it too. So, and sometimes that can happen. Most of the time it does, but in your case, I feel like it's more your friends and your like-minded family. So they may not be your blood family, but they'll be your soul family. And this is where I feel like you want to gravitate towards. So going to places where you know you're going to find like-minded energies, um, where you have that support system. And that could be like an online group. It could be, you know, um, going to a retreat. I mean, whatever that is. But I feel like you need to kind of. It's not that I feel like you have a strong connection with your mom still. So it's more about opening up that pathway so you can have a real communication. I think a lot of it's going to come from your mom. So it, unusual places is where things are going to come from, right? Or that communication from your mom's going to come from. Like-minded energies, people that have grieved or have lost their parents or children or brother or sister, even a support group like that. It sounds kind of cliche, but I feel like just where you could talk about, the more you can talk about it, the more you can start to see it in a positive way or feel it more in a positive way right now. So you just recently this happened. You're probably not, maybe I feel like but you're probably not wanting to look at it as like, I know they passed on, I'll catch up with them later. That's not, but that's exactly where you want to get to. That is the grieving. That's the healing. Knowing that she is always there, knowing that you will reunite with her in a more profound way as far as, face to face, being able to touch each other, hug each other. You'll be there, but I feel like you're going through the grieving process right now. Your mom's trying to get through that. A lot of nurture. It's not funny. You got lemon bomb nurture, so you're getting that nurturing from your mom, but you're also allowing that nurturing in from others that are willing to help and support. So that's what I'm seeing with that, and I hope it resonated. Yeah, the after school on YouTube is a very good, if you like philosophy, and they have a lot of different things they talk about, a lot of different people. Whoops. All right, is there anybody else that would like a reading? Let me know in comments. They're free. You don't have to pay for them. Chat got quiet. What's going on, everybody? Thinking about that last video I just shared? I hope you like that one too. I've never watched that one before, but that maximum opus, being able to, yeah, what do you love? What are you good at? What will people pay you for? That's it. That's the, like you said, sweet spot, being in the zone. And incorporating a lot of other things, if you can, into what you're doing, like those things that are, and expanding on it, incorporating more into it, adding more fuel to to that energy. Now we need to start doing this like regularly, once a week. It's like a debrief, right? That's very cool. I'm glad it resonated further. And you beautiful girls starting a channel January 1st and looking for your sweet spot. Nice. So go subscribe to Beautiful Girl if you're in here. She is a beautiful soul. Is that you rocking the place? Chat? Oh, you know what? There's a reason that happened. I do it to myself too sometimes. You gotta go out and go back in. Is it, did you do that? Oh, that's weird. You don't get to chat? Eva, sorry. We'd love a general reading, please. If you're on to you, of course. Well, that's what we're doing today. Free reading, so you're up. You wanted a general reading. Okay.
Oh, did you see what she asked in her statement? She said for travel or
Travel or what?
fashion.
Fashion? Travel. Definitely travel. Okay, Eva. Ooh, there's some travel in Eva's future. All right, first card you got is the Angel. I'm gonna give me a second to look at this real quick. Like the first thing, are you an artist or musician? You got the Angel card first, which is just having like your spirit guides looking after you. I mean, I have wings. They don't need wings. They can arrive quick as as in a blink of an eye. But just knowing that you have them around you, you're given a second chance to do something. And I asked you that because you got the music card right now. The music card is, I mean, basically you could just be a listener, but music is something that will help you. And that vibration that really kind of talks about like vibration, and that's really the message that comes through is feeling that vibration, kind of regaining that energy again that you once had. I feel like you're going through that right now. You play the flute. Nice. I play the guitar and harmonica. But your last card is travel. So I feel like, I don't know if you're traveling to a musical place or a place with a very good vibration, but that's where I feel like what I feel like is happening. So it might be within the mind right now, but maybe you've planned it already. But I do see a pilgrimage of such, or so to speak. Yeah, it's just like bringing something to fruition, bringing a trip to fruition, a sacred space for yourself. Like I said, it could be, I mean, I know I say this a lot, people are like, oh, you don't want to go there, but like Nolans or a musical place. At church every Sunday, nice. Are you planning on traveling with the church soon? There seems to be some travel coming up. Commenting that? And then, oh wait, yeah, I pulled a card, right? No, the Blue Lotus is intuition. So utilizing your intuition, making something happen, or just paying attention more to your inner voice than anything. All right. There we go. We've got, we're open. We have an open floor for anybody who would like a live reading. Just chime in the comments. Let me know if you have a, what's that?
Said she has no travel plans out.
Okay. Yeah, there seems to be some traveling happening. You're welcome, beautiful girl. Don't pass up any opportunities to play the piano. I'll just say that. Or the flute, sorry. Flute. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity to travel soon. It looks like over this year, like not this year, but I mean into next year. But I feel like in the next 4 months, something's going to come up. Rachel can't get into Rachel Gonzalez. Do you talk to her? She can't get into YouTube. Is anybody else friends with Rachel?
Wait, what am I gonna say?
If she has a Google account, like what is she having problems with? She's trying to get into YouTube because it is a YouTube exclusive. So anybody who wants a reading, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be shy.
Who were you saying again, sir?
Rachel Gonzalez. You know Rachel, the one that sells on Facebook. Just ask her what the problem is. I can't help her from live streaming because I can't send her a message. But no, she's not in that group. Oh yeah, you might not be friends with her. That sucks. Oh well. You'll see us another day. We'll be live. I might be live this afternoon. Pay the bills. Thank God we have to pay the bills for this month. They're all paid. Paid. Now we get back to work. But these free live streams have been fun. I mean, they're not free. They're free for you. Paid for by Johanna or Beautiful Girl. So make sure you go subscribe to her channel. And yeah, they've been fun. So I'm really, really grateful that I've been able to do these. But if you still want to come in, we're still on for another few minutes. Still got another, I don't know, 12 minutes. So anybody who wants a reading. And if you do want a longer form reading, like I said, go to my website down here, www.psychicshaman333.com. And you can schedule a private reading with me there. If you have any issues, send me a message either on my website or Fowler AR at AOL.com. Fowler AR0 at gmail.com. That was my old ad. Yeah, Norma just dropped a link in the comments. So go check it out. I'm gonna work on it, redo my website. Hello, Autumn. Make it a little more up to date. I've been saying that for a couple of years. So yeah, if you like what you watch, and we still have about 10 minutes left, so a little more than that. If you want a reading, let me know in the comments. It's free. You don't have to pay anything at this time. This is a free reading session. And yeah. What am I leaving out? I feel like I forgot to say something. Sorry, it's already noon. Day's going by fast. But yeah, these have been fun. I'm like, oh, am I muted? No. Oh, the other mic's muted on my laptop. Got quiet again out there in comments. Where'd everybody go? All right, I've got about 10 minutes, so let's see. I'm running out of things to say. The filler stuff, at least. So I hope you're all having a great weekend. Things are going well for you this week. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Those who are in the USA. We didn't have turkey, we had steak. Because we can't cook a turkey right now. Actually, yeah, we could. Okay. In parts. The pressure cooker. Kind of excited to use that. Got me a normal pressure cooker. It's like $40 at Walmart. Heck yeah. Make it so much easier. Clean shaven, feeling better. Yeah, I like it when it's all off. Well, I think the most people in here today. The third one. Yeah, I need to do a TikTok because there's like a what do you call that, Live Fest or whatever going on. I think my first challenge is to go into a battle. So yeah, check me out on TikTok here probably right after this. I'll give myself a little time, maybe an hour, and then maybe not. We'll see. Just gotta have your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Or be part of the notification room. On Telegram, it's t.me/psychic shaman 333. That's how you find us. And you'll get all the notifications when I go live on TikTok, when I go live on Facebook, YouTube, wherever I'm going live, you'll get the notification instantly. So it's harder to rely on YouTube or Facebook or any of these to get out the invitations on time. So we just have our own room. So if you want to join it, t.me/psychic shaman 333. Norma just dropped the link. Yep, the free reading session. We've only got about a few minutes left. So if you want a reading, go ahead and ask in the comments and we'll give you a reading. I've been doing this for about 24 years in November. Oh, 20. Yeah, I've been doing it 24 years now as a practice. So I'm pretty damn good at what I do. Not always right. It's not always interpreted properly, but for the most part, the accuracy is, dare I say, a lot more accurate than most because I've had the experience and it's taken me a long time to get here, but I've always kind of been naturally pretty good at it. I think what I'm learning now is interpreting different symbolism or things that keep coming. It's like pattern recognition. Okay, they keep sending this for a reason. What does this mean? Learning, getting better, mastering it. Yep, not there yet, but I'm in a place where I feel very confident. So anyway, 4 minutes left. It's the countdown. And it doesn't matter. We'll go over. You don't have to. We won't rush the reading. We'll go over a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed last week and the week before. And again, thank you, beautiful girl, for making this happen. And thank everybody for being here. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Really trying to grow my YouTube channel. So this has helped. No, you're very welcome. Thank you, Tina. And you have a beautiful day as well. It's actually pretty out here right now. The sun's out. It's kind of cold, but it's nice, quiet once I turn that generator off. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, thank you everybody who's been in here and hasn't said any commented or anything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the stream. What's that? 1212 here. Well, it's actually 1210 for me. All right, everybody. I think we're going to sign off for now. But again, if you'd like a personal or private reading, go to www.psychicshaman333.com. I'm going to leave this up because it does have a couple videos on it that I think everybody can watch. So, I mean, I've left them all up. But anyway, much love. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll see you next time.